Welcome back again. We are going to do problem number 3 for the review of exam 1. So problem 3 is going to be a little bit more interesting because we are going to find the system's response from a transfer function. So we are interested in finding what the system response response from the given transfer function. Okay, from the given transfer from the given transfer function. Well, if you think about it, in the previous problem we had the differential equation and we got the transfer function from that, and we are going to use that transfer function from problem number 2 now to find the system response. Well, here we go. So here we are. We had what we call is a transfer function of 1 over s plus 4, if you recall that from the previous video. And here the input going into the system, this should look like a 4 again, s plus 4, and this is r of s, the input going into the system, and this is the output c of s. So we would like to find the system response. Well, first of all, we know that the transfer function is given by this. C of s over r of s, so output over input, is equal to 1 over s plus 4. Now, you'll say, hey, how do we find the system response? Well, if somebody tells you that the input is in the time domain is a unit step function, let's say that r of t is equal to u of t now. See, so u of t is the unit step function. And we did this before too, just kind of a review here, unit step function. And if you know if r of t is the unit step function, we can actually, let me write it down here, if r of t is equal to u of t, you know that the Laplace transformation of the unit step function is just equal to 1 over s. Recall that from the table, right? So we can easily find c of s, can we not now? So what we can do is, since we're trying to find the system response of this system, we can say that c of s is equal to the r of s times the g of s. Makes sense? Because to begin with, this guy is g of s. And we know what g of s is exactly equal to. G of s is 1 over s plus 4, isn't it? So we can write c of s is equal to r of s times 1 over s plus 4. Here you go. But we know this is a unit step function, and we know that the Laplace transformation of the unit step is just 1 over s. So this is c of s is equal to, rs will become 1 over s now, right? So let's just plug that in. That'll be s times s plus 4. Recall how to do this. Well, in order to find the system response c of t, that's what the goal is, we must take the inverse Laplace transformation of this guy. Well, how do we do that? Well, first of all, we'll do the partial fractions, isn't it? We've done it before, we'll do it again. Let's see what happens. So s plus 4, this will become a over s plus b over s plus 4. Okay. See what we get now. So this is 1 is equal to a times s plus 4 plus the b times s. Now remember what I told you before, we would like to, let's say, get rid of b. How do we do it? We set s is equal to 0. And if we do that, then for a will simply be equal to 1 over 4. This 4 always looks like a 9. 1 over 4, okay? Now, my friends, we are going to get rid of a to find b. Let's do that. How do we do that? Well, if I put round number 2, s is equal to minus 4, then I get rid of this guy, right? So if I do that, then this will be minus 4b, and you can see that b will simply be equal to minus 1 over 4. Now it's just a matter of plugging the stuff in. Plug and chug here, so plug the value of a is 1 over 4 and b is minus 1 over 4. So let's just do that. So if you will, then you will have CFS is equal to 1 over 4, right, s minus 1 over 4 s plus 4. Hey, this is not looking that bad, right? So now we can take the inverse Laplace transform of this guy and be able to find the system response in time domain, right? So this is 1 over 4 inverse Laplace transform of this guy minus 1 over 4 inverse Laplace transformation of this guy right here. And guess what we use? We use the table to do this, right? So this has become C of t, and this will be equal to 1 over 4 u of t. And this will be equal to minus 4 e to the power of negative 4t u of t. If you want, you can also factor out the u of t, and that is your system response given that the input was a unit step function. And here you go, I can even take out 1 over 4 here, 1 minus e to the power of negative 4t u of t. I will see you in the next video, and we will try to solve this problem using MATLAB, and we will also try to plot it. Okay, thank you.